Welcome everyone. As you start hopping in here, the tiny URL, if you haven't noticed, for the slide deck is at the bottom right-hand corner there. If you can access that tiny URL, you'll get to the slide deck. And we're asking as you guys start popping in, and it's also the chat, thank you, Kaylee. If you will click the link to the Jamboard, and the top left of the Jamboard has the session time, so you may see it, if it says 8 o'clock, that was our earlier session. But the 9:45 session, you want to look at your commitment you made from module 1, if you were in the PDU at that time, or the PL series, and look to see what you committed to do. And then on the second slide, you're going to put in, how did you follow through? So today on that second slide, what did you do to follow through with your commitment from module 1, and how did this impact your instruction? So again, you're looking at the previous sticky note that you put in on the Jamboard, and then going to the second slide and putting on there how you followed through with your commitment from module 1 and how it made an impact in your classroom. The link to the slide deck as well as the Jamboard is in the chat as well. You can access it that way. So we'll give you guys some time to do that. Also, if you're just joining in, we're doing our warm welcome here, just reflecting on our module 1 that we looked at with building relationships. If you were here in that first session, looking at your previous sticky note on the first slide, what you committed to doing, and then on slide 2, putting in how you followed through with that commitment, as well as how you feel like it impacted your instruction. We're also seeing some student presentations with Google Slides, making them personal. Understanding learning styles, very cool. Using Flip for learning and practice fluency. Having the opportunity to record, which lowered barriers and allowed for more authentic ideas. Very cool. All About Me with Google Slide presentations. We're using Seesaw with SEL, bringing in examples from home and school, increasing family involvement, sharing questionnaires. Very cool. Awesome. And you can continue to take this time, add that reflection on how you've taken your learnings from our first module and put them into practice. You'll have a chance later on in today's session to then also add what your learnings are from this module as well and make a commitment. So we'll revisit this at the end of today's session as well to do our next steps. But you guys are in classroom technology, integration, and support of student experience and achievement, a very long title, but a lot of cool learning that you will be doing in our session today. So excited you guys are all here. And if you don't already, having that tiny URL in the corner of the slide deck, and having this access as we're going through today will be helpful for you to navigate. I'm Brittany Horton. I'm one of the digital coaches, and I support mainly elementary schools.
My name is Kaylee Paracchia, and I support middle schools, K-8s, and some high schools.
My name is Drea Aguirre, and I primarily support pathway schools and 612s.
My name is EJ Rodriguez, and I mainly support high schools.
And I'm Matthew Willems, and I work mostly with elementary schools.
Good morning, I'm Brian Dino, and I support mostly elementary schools.
Hey everybody, I am Peter Douglas, and I support this awesome team of digital coaches, as well as supporting the teacher librarians and technology teachers in the district.
All right, so we'd like to introduce you to a new idea. We're going to have a computer science week that's at the same time as the Hour of Code. So we're inviting you to participate in a computer science week. For more information, there's a link there, gives you a one-pager all about it. And if you'd like to sign up to participate in the computer science week Hour of Code, there's also a link there that helps us know who's interested and how we can best support you. So check out those two links, and hopefully we'll have some great times together with Computer Science Week, December 5th through the 11th.
And I'd like to remind us all of the DPS equity statement. Racial and educational equity is our collective responsibility, and we will achieve equity when we dismantle deeply rooted systems of oppression that have historically resulted in inequitable access and distribution of opportunities and resources for those who represent marginalized identities, and that includes race, ethnicity, gender identity, sexual orientation, language, and ability. As important, we will create conditions where we all belong, we're all included, and we have a clear purpose and a why. We also have the autonomy to lead in our respective areas. When we create these conditions, we will eliminate the predictability of success or failure for our students and our team members.
Our DPS vision, every learner thrives. And what do we mean by that then? Next slide, please. Educational equity is our collective responsibility. Every one of us is responsible for the growth of our students. We prepare them for career, college, and life. We create conditions and partnerships for students, families, and team members belong and thrive. Two key words, belong and thrive. That means that we need to make our students' experience the center of what we do. We want to improve how they have their educational experience in our district by extended academic opportunities, looking after the whole child, and pursuing their passions. Also, we want to take care of the experience of adults like we all are, making sure that our experiences are around a collaborative culture, that our mindsets are set into growth, and developing a diverse workforce that is engaged. That is going to lead us essentially to improving our system overall. Next slide. And that's what we call, we are one DPS. Everybody focused on the same goals, everybody moving our students in a way that they can achieve their dreams.
We also want to mention here DPS's ATM. As you're learning about these different tools and you're implementing them in your classroom, we want to make sure that you're adding them to the DPS's ATM. So atm.dpsk12.org. This slide has a quick video to just explain how to do that and walk you through that process. So just make sure you access this before you start putting some of those things into practice within your classrooms.
And to make sure that we are aligned as one DPS, we have 6 educator mindsets that we focus on, one for each of our modules. This module, we are looking at learning conditions. And for that, we have 2 key action steps that we're going to be looking at today to make sure that we are increasing the learning condition capacity in our instruction. So key action step 2 shows that we're going to present tasks that have high cognitive demand and include multiple solution strategies and representation. And key action step 3 is providing a variety of opportunities for students to authentically process information by relating it to their background knowledge and previous experiences. So today we're going to be providing you with a bunch of tools and takeaways to meet these key action steps.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the strategies that you can engage in today, and then in a moment show you the rooms the breakout rooms you're going to go to see the strategies. So 4 strategies today. You'll see them on the screen. The first one is real-world application of content. You learn how to give students authentic voice. You'll see some student production with digital content. Learn other examples include learning through real experts and then using a real-world lens. So that's strategy 1. Strategy 2 is eliciting or activating background knowledge with your kids using DPS purchased tools like Pear Deck, Edpuzzle, Screencastify, and Flip. Strategy 3 is authentically processing information, and we'll use Edpuzzle Live in that session, Seesaw, Pear Deck, Google Canvas, and Canva for graphic organizers. And the 4th strategy overview is for our technology teachers and teacher librarians. And you'll be covering Gale digital resources in there, and I think also learning.com. So
the learning.com session was at 8.
8, okay.
We recorded that for folks who missed that. So the one at 10 will be the Gale digital resources.
Okay. Thank you, Peter. So think about which strategy you want to attend. Again, these are the 4 strategies. They're in the slide deck. And then here's the format. So once you go into that breakout room, which we'll show in a moment, there'll be a breakout session for each strategy. And then in that breakout room, there'll be 1 or 2 coaches in each breakout room to show you the tool and the strategy and answer any questions you have. Most of the time, you'll be spent workshopping, developing something you can actually use in your classroom tomorrow or later on this year. And then after those breakout sessions, we'll come back into this main room and we'll do a debrief and a share out of what you've been doing and what you've learned. So again, here's the breakout rooms. Think about which one you're going to attend. And in just a moment, we'll be leaving this main room and you go to your breakout room. Again, there's strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3. And then for the tech teachers and librarians, there's your breakout room.